Today's episode is a special guest episode. He's literally flying in 2 days. I'm going to prep the meat now because he asked me to, but he's flying in 2 days to show us his device. It's called the Slow and Sear device. And this thing is all over YouTube, all over the internet. All the barbecue guys are using it. So he's going to come to the show and teach me how to use it on my back deck. But first I got to get the meat ready. We're going to do that on the episode, okay? Many of you already know about this. It's the barbecue drag-in. You clip it onto the side of where you're cooking, blows air into the fire, gets it raging hot, hotter than you could ever get it normally just by naturally lighting it. And they say you should be ready to cook in about 10 minutes. It totally gets you to that point. Then you turn it off, you lay out your coals, and you just go for it. But it's called Barbecue Dragon. You're going to see it the first time on the show. The other thing is, I didn't get what he recommended. He said the frog mats. And I went with the master-built mats instead. They looked a little bit better than the frog mats. The frog mats didn't have a good border around them. But this is, here, let me open it up. So these are made out of silicone. They had a nice border that I didn't see a border on the frog mats where they would get frayed easily. This is good. And you put this on the smoker for vegetables and fish. It allows the flavor to get through without your fish falling apart. If you remember last time you put meat on a rack for about a day or two and it starts to get the rack grooves into it, not really grilling marks, but grooves, and it indents on your meat, this prevents that. It allows you to dry out your steaks or your chicken or whatever it is without putting grooves in your meat and for a better presentation. So that's what I'm using these mats for today. I picked up these beautiful ribeyes. They're about 2 inches thick or more. First thing I'm going to do before I get them onto the grill, I'm going to do one side with salt. All right, next thing I'm going to do is lay down one of my mats. In fact, I'm going to use both mats. Place my steaks on there. I'm going to salt this side down. And this is step one. We're going to leave these in the refrigerator for 48 hours. He's going to fly into town, and I'm going to introduce you to Dave in a little bit. I'll see you guys in 2 days. This is another area that I'm completely ignorant in. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to be asking a lot of questions this episode. Be ready, because I've never heard of this product until my buddy Dave called me about the Slow and Sear. Slow and Sear, Adrenaline Barbecue Company.
Yes, sir.
How long you been around?
We've been around since 2015.
Really?
Yep.
Okay, so was it your idea?
I did invent the Slow and Sear in 2014.
Inventor. Now this is, there's two ways to use this device, right? According to what I'm hearing.
There's usually, I'd say more than two, but typically you are going to do a low and slow cook.
Right.
Or you're going to do like a medium temperature, hot temperature, like with chicken, or you're going to sear what we call warp 10, hot as you can get it.
Is that what we're doing today?
We're going to do low and slow, and we're going to do warp 10.
Put your seatbelts on, guys, because we're doing it.
So this is the Slow and Sear. This is the product that made us famous. It consists of a charcoal basket and a water reservoir. Might be a little easier to see the reservoir if we move this for a second.
Oh, okay. See right here.
Right there. And you can see it shaped like a V.
Yeah.
And people say, why is your reservoir shaped like a V? You could get more water in there if you shaped it like a rectangle.
Right.
But what we want is consistent steam.
Right.
And by shaping it like a V, the water tends to boil at the bottom. So it doesn't matter if you have a quart or 8 ounces in there, you have a consistent steam rate. Consistent steam helps with two things: temperature regulation and adhesion of smoke. The steam grabs the smoke particles, adheres to the meat.
Talk to me about what happens in the searing process.
Okay, I'm going to... hang on, guys. This is going to possibly rock your world. A lot of people are used to searing with a hot grate and a warm fire. Something like cast iron or thick stainless steel, rods that big around. And when they get their steak, it has stripes on it, shaped like squares or diamonds, and they think, wow, I have an awesome steak. The reality is you have a steak that has sear marks on it, and the rest of the meat is well done on the outside. It's not gone through the Maillard reaction that creates great flavor. The Maillard reaction is a chemical process between amino acids and sugars that occur on the surface of a steak at 300 degrees. When that happens, the steak turns brown, turns into complex chemicals that are flavor bombs in your mouth. So today what we're going to do is take the grate out of the equation. We're going to use a cold grate, room temperature grate, and we're going to use a very hot fire.
So you're putting charcoal in right now?
Yeah, we're just getting enough in here to light to do our low and slow portion. We're going to warm the steaks up before we sear them.
Okay.
A lot of people are familiar with this technique. It's called the reverse sear.
Yes, we did a video a long time ago on it. Okay, so you recommend, and I noticed you pushed it off to one side. That's just to get it all lit and burning, right?
Right, yeah, it's going to be about 20 briquettes for the low and slow portion. We're going to get them fully lit, and we just, off to the side so that they burn consistently. It really doesn't matter where they are in the basket. The heat over here is very even.
All right, you've never seen us on the show before, but Barbecue Dragon, we're just tired of waiting. This is so great. I know it's a hairdryer. Let's be real. But guys, don't be that guy with a hairdryer on the wooden deck, okay? You want a Barbecue Dragon, pretty cool.
It's got a clip.
Oh, look at it, it's raging.
And an articulating arm.
Wow.
So you can just leave it.
And walk
and it's
away.
also got a USB port, so if you put rechargeable batteries in there, you can recharge the batteries without taking them out. So I'm going to give a shout out to George. I just showed off your product. So
nice.
You're welcome.
Oh, you know the guy who makes this?
Yeah, George Pryor and his brother co-invented this product like about 5 years ago.
Cool. I'm using the grate from Slow and Sear that they provide that you can purchase, and it's a spinning grate. Any other grate that you buy at the store won't spin, and you'll see why we need a spinning grate. So we also have this spinning grate. You're wondering why it's like this? Because it detaches so that you can work with the charcoal. It goes back on when you want to spin the grate. You're going to see it all, guys. I just want to let you know that's the company grate that he brought. Mine's over there all rusted. My cast iron that I love so dearly rusted, and it's grossing me out. Just want to show you guys. You see 3 here. We're only cooking 2 today. That third one's for Tammy later. I'll cook it. But we have them. They were in the refrigerator for 48 hours. They're approximately 2 inches thick. Beautiful ribeyes. They're gorgeous. Yep. Ready?
Yep.
Here we go.
All right. Steak number 1. Steak number 2. 1 second. Gotta get that probe in.
Yep.
Things are already getting a little warm.
Yes, it is.
All right, and close. Our steaks are at about fridge temps. We're going to slow cook them until they hit 80 degrees. We're going to flip them over and keep cooking them until they hit 115. The flip's not necessary, but it does help with even cooking. About the time that the steaks pass 100 degrees, we're going to get our chimney over there. Yep. And we're going to fill it with charcoal. We're going to light that baby up, and when the steaks hit 115, we're going to have fully lit charcoal. We'll take the steaks off, we'll prep them, we'll add the charcoal, we'll add the steaks. 4 minutes later, lunch nirvana.
All right, first of all, I just want to apologize for how dirty the grill is. I haven't cleaned it yet, but we're using my smoker grill to do the chimney. So what are we doing right now?
We're going to light this lighter thingamajig, whatever you call it. We're going to use a blowtorch. We learned the hard way last time that this needs to feel a lot of heat. Now it's lit. We just put this on.
Chimney over it.
Yep, the steaks are at 100, and they're going to warm up to 115 while
Is there paper in there?
No, no paper. The cube is all you need.
Really?
Really. Works great.
Serious?
Serious?
That's it?
That's it.
That's the way you normally do it?
Yep, we're done now.
I've been doing it all wrong. All right, so the next thing we're doing is, what's this? Is it it's at 115 right now.
Yeah, the steak hit 115, and we're prepping it for the sear. First thing we're going to do is cover this thing with paper towels, and we're going to dry off the surface. The reason we do that is because water boils at 212 degrees, and then Maillard reaction occurs at 300. You literally can't sear the steak until you boil off the water. While you're boiling off the water, you're also cooking the interior. We want to sear the exterior without cooking the interior too much. So patting it dry is the way to go. Once we've done that, we're going to take some olive oil. We're going to coat both sides so we can get away with it. And now we're going to put some cracked pepper on here. A lot of people say you're crazy for putting cracked pepper on before the fire because you're going to burn it. But what we're going to find out today is that the pepper is going to bloom in flavor using this technique.
We're bringing in a whole nother chimney to get this thing raging hot.
Yeah.
that thing, I'm back a ways. It's burning me right now. I could feel the heat that far back. And that's why we need a cold grate.
Yeah, we've got the grate off. We're going to let it cool off because that fire would heat the grate up so fast if we had the grate on there that it would burn everything. The grate would burn everything.
Right. Yep.
Steaks
Watch
over
this.
here.
Oh, you can do both at the same time, huh?
Yeah, both at the same time. Yes.
Both steaks at the same time.
We're going to do both steaks at the same time. I'm even going to spin the grate one last time before I put the steaks on. Number one, number two, and now we're going to start our timer, and we want to hear. You hear the sear?
I can hear it. Yes.
But it didn't start immediately.
It didn't start when it touched the grate because the grate was cold.
Right.
So the sear's coming off of the heat, not the grate.
Now we're starting to see flames. That's from oil dripping off of the steak.
Right.
And they're hitting the charcoal, and then they're flaming on the charcoal. The steaks aren't on fire. It's just the charcoal
on fire. Yeah.
And when we hit 1 minute, I'm going to spin this thing, and I'm going to prove to you those steaks aren't on fire.
Really?
Really.
All right. We're staying here the whole time, guys.
And watch. Fire over here, no fire over here.
Yep.
So we'll go ahead and flip the steaks back on, and look at how much color we've already got.
Oh, wow. Look at that, guys.
Yep.
Ooh, it's so hot. I can't get near it. Are we done with this side here?
No, we're going to cook both sides twice for a minute. 4 minutes
Awesome.
total. Yeah, look at the sear. That's what we were talking about earlier. Brown is beautiful.
All right, you gonna cut in?
I'm going to cut in. You ready?
Or are you going right in the middle? Go
I'm right in the middle. You ready?
Go for it. Yeah.
Are you
ready.
sure? Are you
Yeah.
sure? Here we go. Oh, I'm sorry. That was a little tough.
That was like butter. That was like butter.
Woo!
Oh my goodness!
Check out that wall to wall.
Look at that. That's gorgeous.
You want to taste?
Yeah, I want to taste.
All right, here we go.
Oh my goodness.
You don't even need the knife, really.
Wait a minute. So I don't get that whole piece? Just kidding. Just kidding. Just kidding. My heart's racing. What do you know?
Let's eat.
We doing it? All
Let's
right,
eat.
go. All right, I got to go for the fatty piece.
Yeah, I left it for you.
Here we go. Oh my gosh. I don't want to chew it. I just want to sit in my tongue. Guys, I literally, for the first time on the show, have steakhouse quality right here. That's a $50 steak at Morton's.
Easily.
I got to go eat some more. But I don't want to do it in front of you, but I want to let you know all of his information is down below. You can write him. You can buy this. All the pieces he had, the spitting, great. He's got that. We'll have the steps on what we did in the video down below. Can you tell I'm excited? Oh my gosh. All right, guys. That's it. You ready to say goodbye?
I'm ready.
All right, let's do it.
Cheers.
Cheers.